In this video, we will cover how to provide feedback to students using Feedback Studio in Sakai. To access the Originality Report and provide feedback to students using Feedback Studio in Sakai, go to your assignment list under Assignments. You can see if students have submitted an assignment or not. Click Grade. Click on the colored square. Feedback Studio will open in another window. Click on the Layer button to see the grading layer and the similarity layer. If you want to focus just on the grading layer, unclick the similarity layer. Let's begin by clicking on Quick Marks. You will see a preloaded list of quick marks here. These quick marks are organized into a quick mark set called Commonly Used. There are several preloaded sets of quick marks available to you. To explore them, click on the arrow to access the drop-down menu. You can organize the existing quick mark sets or create your own quick mark set by clicking on this gear sign. This screen will then appear. You can toggle between sets using the drop-down menu. If your department has a shared set of quick marks that they would like you to use for uniformity in grading, you can upload that set here. You can also create your own set by combining quick marks from other sets. To do this, click on Create New Set and name it. From there, you can grab quick marks from other sets and add it to your new set. To do this, choose the set to view the quick marks from the drop-down menu previously discussed. Then click on the quick mark you want to add to your set and select Add to Set. Select your target set from the set list and the quick mark will be added to it. You can add multiple quick marks from multiple sets this way. When you are done, click Close. From the drop-down menu, you can choose your newly created quick mark set and see the quick marks that you added to it. You can then click and drag a quick mark and place it next to the appropriate sentence in the paper. You can also click in the paper space itself and this icon will appear. You can then choose to add a quick mark using this option. Click on the quick mark and it will be added. You can choose to add personalized feedback by clicking in the paper space and choosing the speech bubble icon. Type your message here. You can bold, italicize, and even provide a hyperlink in your message using the hyperlink icon. For example, here I asked the student to update the statistics used in the paper and provided a link to where those statistics could be found. It is possible that you may find yourself writing the same feedback on multiple papers, and as such you want to make a personalized quick mark out of this feedback. To do this, click Convert to Quick Mark. Name the quick mark and choose the set to save the quick mark into. In this case, it is to My Set. Then click Save. The newly created quick mark will show under the quick mark set called My Set, and you will be able to use it on other students' papers. You can also choose to add personalized feedback by clicking in the paper space and then clicking on the text icon. You can type text directly on the paper. Perhaps you would like to make sentence-specific comments. You can highlight a sentence in the paper and choose to associate a particular quick mark with it by clicking on the quick mark icon. You can also add a personal note to that existing quick mark. You can highlight a sentence in the paper and choose to provide personalized text using the speech bubble icon. After providing the feedback, you can choose to convert it to a quick mark if you wish. You can highlight a sentence in the paper and choose to strike through the sentence. The sentence that was highlighted has a strike-through indicated. You can choose to give overall feedback to the student by clicking on this icon. You can record a voice comment up to 3 minutes in length. You can also play it back and then save it. You can choose to add a general comment of up to 5,000 characters by typing it here. You can choose to add a rubric to this paper to aid in your feedback by clicking on the rubric icon. Unfortunately, in Sakai, the point value does not carry over to Feedback Studio, so that grading with a rubric is not enabled. You can still use a rubric to provide feedback, however, by making the rubric worth no points. To do this, click on the gear sign. Several pre-made rubrics are available to you in your instance of Sakai. From the drop-down menu, you can choose to create your own rubric or upload an existing rubric. Feedback Studio accepts existing rubrics in a CSV format or an RBC format. Because Sakai does not carry over the point value, choose a qualitative rubric instead of a standard or custom rubric. Be sure to name your rubric. You can enter in your criterion and your scales. If you need to add more criteria, click the plus sign. If you need to add more scales, click the plus sign here. Then click Save when you're done. Next, turn the assignment rubric on and then choose Close. The rubric will then show up here. To view the rubric at full screen, click on this icon. This is the rubric at full screen. If you have a rubric associated with this assignment, you can link your feedback to a particular criterion. Click on the feedback icon, then choose Assign Criterion, and choose your criterion from the drop-down menu. The feedback that is associated with a criterion in the rubric will have a symbol that indicates this. It also shows in the rubric snapshot. Click on the icon to view the rubric at full size for a better view. You can click on the feedback icon within the associated criterion to aid in filling out the rubric. Click on the arrows to navigate between students. When you are done providing feedback, close the Feedback Studio window. Please note that feedback release is associated with the due date in Sakai, so be mindful that as you provide feedback, the students will be able to access it after the due date. There is no way to release the feedback all at once at this time in Sakai. If you have allowed more than one submission to the assignment, you may need to find out which is the latest version of the paper in order to grade the correct one. Click on the information icon for this. It will tell you the submission date and time. You may need to download the grading and originality reports. To do this, click on the download icon. Then click Current View. If the similarity layer is the only layer selected, then the report will only contain the similarity information, including the overall match score, a list of the major matches, and any exclusions. If the grading layer is the only layer selected, then the report will only contain the grading information, including rubrics, feedback, and overall comments. If both layers are selected, then both sets of information will be included.